Okay, so what is Rocket Up? I am using this analogy. I used it also last year because I really like it. I think like this program to access a new market is like teaching you to how to drive and like your own pilot and landing in a new country. Maybe I should have used a rocket, but it was more difficult. So what you need to do first, you get to know your plane, right? So what are the details, the potential that you have, your possible weaknesses. So a deep understanding, in this case, in your startup will be on your product market fit. And then you choose where to go. And it must be a place, I don't know, with a landing track, without a lot of wind. You have to avoid those territories with conflict, a place that you really want to visit, and most importantly, that you have people there that are going to welcome you, basically. After choosing the destination, you need to plan the strategy, plan a route to arrive there. You have to take into account the weather, choose the altitude, depending on the size of your plane. Be prepared to adapt the course or push an emergency button, depending on the conditions. Then you start to land, and you land soft, adapting to the terrain, how modern the airport is, the communications that they need, and finally with people that receive you when you're there so you don't arrive alone, that explains you how to go through the airport, which regulations you must comply, and finally to get locals to like you. And you develop then a methodology to select, plant, and land into other target markets in the future. So Rocket Up, then, this is an international expansion program. It's especially for women-led startups, and it will be running this 2024 from May to December, and it's a custom-made program. So I'm going to go through the main elements, the structure, some of our mentors, finance and operations, then the application and evaluation process, and its outcome. Main elements. Okay, we have 5 different main elements. First, we have the lessons, which are structured group sessions that give an academic perspective on how to expand. And these have, it's interactive, and we will have valuable insights and examples and online interaction. And it will actually will give the base through the whole program on what to, like the methodology that you need to follow to actually expand. Then we will invite speakers that they can share their experience from a practical and broader perspective on their steps, their challenges, their opportunities. We will have people that are experienced, like invited female founders that already are super successful, but also other speakers like explaining how to make a good storytelling, or the EIT community to explain further opportunities and financial options inside its respective EIT. Then we are including this year some specific peer-to-peer forums. And the idea is that these forums are encouraging the network and connection among the participants to actually create a community, like a tribe, where you can support each other and learn from each other, and especially like a women network. Then finally, we have the mentors, and we have 2. The first one is the business mentor, and they are very, very experienced, like more than 15 years giving support to startups, and specifically on international expansion. And they will support you on work further what has been told in the lessons, so you can work by yourself and have someone that can give you feedback and really knows about the topic. And finally, we have the regional advisor, which is the person that will support you on landing in your market. So once you have selected where and validated where to go, this person can give you the insights on the market, potential stakeholders that you can have a partnership with, and also like how to localize your product, your communications, depending on the cultural differences and special things of this market. We will structure this year in 2 phases, the choose your market and then plan your strategy. The first 3 months are going to be the choosing your market, and the second 3 months are going to be to plan your strategy. In choosing your market, you will understand very deeply your product market fit and start to measuring other markets' attractiveness, validating this market attractiveness, understanding the business cultures that are out there where you want to go, and evaluating your risks, and finally start to localize the value proposition. And finally, with your planning, you also localize your communications and marketing, you check your sales, how to partnership with those that are on your target market, if you need to recruit or not, which are the legal implications, if you need to fundraise, how do you fundraise for expansion? And finally, you get a go-to-market strategy. In terms of timeline, we start in May. Actually, to be specific, it will be the 21st of May. And we will have 1 lesson every month until the 19th of November, which it's going to be the last session. The last session will be in person, even though that the other 6 are online. And they will be together with the event Slush in Helsinki. We are going to have an event on women entrepreneurship from the EIT itself on the 19th, which is the day before they start Slush. And on this day, we plan to have like a separate event for us to do the demo day. And the specific structure on these lessons will be to have like a 1.5 hours of the lesson itself, like the workshop with all the academic perspective, but then half an hour before you will be invited to participate in the forum that will be moderated and that will have a specific topic to discuss on that day to encourage this community building among the participants. And this will be fixed on Tuesdays, and we will have 2 different groups, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So it's more interactive because we're going to have 12 startups in the batch of 2024. And this way, if we separate it into 6 and 6, I think it will be like more valuable for the participants. Then also every month, we are going to have the invited speakers that I was explaining before. So at the end, you will have like a group session every 2 weeks. Then the business mentor, you will count with 10 hours, starting from the first session until August, more or less. And then the regional advisor to start on September until the last day. Regarding mentors, we not only have these amazing people that know a lot about international expansion, but we also have a database for the regional advisors, which are one of the most important things I think about this program, because we have in the EIT a very wide network, as you saw before, in every country and on various different verticals. So for example, if I remember last year, we had a startup that wanted to expand to a specific region in Italy, and they needed someone that was experts on textiles. And of course, through EIT manufacturing and climate, we find the perfect person there. So apart from this, we have another database of people that will support you when you land. And on top, we will be working this year, the same as last year, with a company called Dutch Basecamp, which is the best company that can give you the basis on how to expand your company. They are very experts. They are the most experts in Europe on doing this, and they will be giving the lessons every month and also organizing some invited speakers. Finally, okay, what is this program for? We're looking, of course, to startups, but startups that are on their growth stage. So the idea is that you have a product market fit and you are ready to access new European markets. We want that the startup is women-led. This means that they have to be founded, co-founded, or have a CEO that is a woman. And then finally, that it's European, so it has to be from a Horizon Europe country. This means that you can also be from Israel, Norway, UK, Turkey, Albania, Ukraine. There are different countries that are not specifically in the EU, but they are related to the Horizon Europe. And then finally, for now, we are only accepting participants that are on the verticals of urban mobility, food, and manufacturing, because these are the KICs, like the EITs we are working with. So it's much easier for us to get into the network of that EIT specifically. Regarding finance and operations. The program this year is fully funded by the EIT. This means that it's free. So we will not ask for any payments, no equity. And in here, I just want to remark the importance of your compromise during the program, as we are using public money to fund this program, and to all the services that are integrated. So if you are accepted, if you apply and you are accepted, we expect that you are going through the whole program as respect for the other applicants and the rest of Europe, maybe. The only thing that is not included are the travel costs. So the final session that will be in Slush, it's we are not paying the flights and the stay there, the hotel, but we are paying the ticket to Slush, the entrance to also the Women Entrepreneurship Innovates, and I'm sure we can find some special prices on the hotels because we are organizing this Women Entrepreneurship event. And of course, if you are a startup growing into a different market, I guess that this is not a lot for you to pay. Regarding the dedication, if we take into account the mandatory sessions, the mentoring, and the personal dedication that you have to bring into the program, we ask for 4 hours a week, and then an optional additional of 2 hours. Again, if everything is online, except for the final session, which is in person. So how do you apply? You have to enter into the website supernovas.awardsplatform.com. You have to click enter or register, start new application, select the program, Rocket Up, and fill in the form, which is general info, email, name, then your pitch deck, some questions on the product and innovation, on your team, on your market, your impact, sustainability, and finally on how capable are you to internationalize. So to have an easy explanation, this is the main page that you will arrive in. And in here you put your email or your register. And then you go into this page, you click Start Application. Then you select the program Rocket Up, and you start with the form. We will first check that you are eligible with the 5 different things that we explained before. Then we will have an online evaluation, on the form, the answers that you delivered. And then for the top 24 startups, we will have an online interview to finally select the top 12 what do we evaluate? In innovation, we want that the startup has a new product or creative service, business model. Also, we evaluate the technology, if you have any IP, and if you are addressing specific EITs, the food manufacturing and urban mobility ones, focus areas. Then about your team, like motivation, background, the degree of the women's leadership inside the startup, and which stakeholders you have. Then on the market, your market size, your unique selling proposition, the objectives that you have, KPIs, roadmap, go-to-market strategy, then the impact that you have, societal and on the environment, and finally on international capacity, like how scalable you are, if you have an international experience, how diverse is your team, how is your English level, if you have potential clients outside, the clarity of your sales process, and especially this will sum up on if you have like a clear product market fit in your home market. So in summary, these are easy questions, plus your pitch deck. I think it will be quick to answer. Regarding the timeline, we have 2.5 weeks until we close the call, until the 5th of April. Then we will run eligibility and online evaluations until the 22nd. Then the online interviews the last week, first week of May. We will share the selected startups on the 6th and formalize agreements until the 20th of May, because we are starting on the 21st. Okay, so now we are getting into the end, and just to make sure that you know why you are applying and why are you going to get out of here, just make sure that you have these 5 clear points in your head. With this program, you will know which market to expand and why. You will get a defined go-to-market strategy and actionable to-do list. You will meet the right stakeholders and potential partners. You will grow your network with experts and mentors. And finally, you will connect with other female-led startups. And that's it.